Today's WNEM TV5 Morning Extra is brought to you by Roof Max of Midland.
Thanks so much for joining us for TV5 Morning Extra. I'm Lauren Piesco.
And I'm Christine Winter. Let's go right to First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro for a look at a pretty damp forecast today.
Yeah, Christine, Lauren, we are tracking some rain and a couple of snow showers for today. This activity has been trying to move in already this morning, but it is running into some dry air. So the First Alert pinpoint Doppler, I know it does look pretty busy right now. You may see a little bit of mist out of this, but we really don't expect rain to really get started until about 8 o'clock this morning. So you can kind of see that band of rainfall that's now over Lake Michigan. That's where we should start to see more of that rain picking up. So the timing of the rain, somewhat convenient here for the morning bus stops. I do think a lot of them will still likely be a little bit on the drier side here. Perhaps, again, just a little bit of mist. Temps right near freezing, but we do make our way to the upper 30s to low 40s for this afternoon. So it should be the warmest day of the week. Afternoon bus stops too, those should be dry as students are heading back home. But it is going to be a breezy day. Southwest wind gusting to 30 miles per hour, but that is what's helping to take those temps up closer to 40 degrees. After this, only getting colder in the forecast, and we have more snow shower chances coming up in the forecast. We'll talk about that very soon here. Lauren, Christine, back to you.
Matthew, thank you. We're learning new details this morning about President Donald Trump's plans for his visit to Michigan today. He'll tour the Ford factory in Dearborn that makes F-150 pickups as he promotes his efforts to boost U.S. manufacturing. The president is also scheduled to speak to the Detroit Economic Club this afternoon. This will be his third time speaking to the club and his first time there since October 2024.
In Genesee County and continuing coverage, Burton has a school that right now it can't use, so the district is going to Plan B, making sure students are back in class. Nearly a week after part of Bendel Middle School's roof collapsed, parents came looking for some answers last night during a private meeting with educators. Since that roof collapse, students haven't been in class. There's been no in-person learning and no virtual classes.
We have broken up the staff to make sure that we have students back in a building learning because putting them online was not an option for us.
The district plan starts this week. 6th graders moving to West Bendel Elementary. 7th and 8th graders go to Bendel High School in a separate space just for them.
In developing news now, a former Genesee Township police officer is charged with a felony over his handling of a car crash involving a relative. According to state police, 55-year-old Kenneth Chase got involved in an incident involving his relative last May following a crash in nearby Mount Morris Township. That person was determined to be at fault, given a traffic citation. However, state police say Chase disagreed with that and began his own investigation. They say he went to the home of the other driver involved and asked for their key fob, which they refused to turn over. They say Chase then used a fake subpoena to ask a tow company to keep the car so a private detective could retrieve information from the vehicle's data recorder. He is charged with misconduct in office, due in court for his hearing on January 22nd.
In more local news now, the city manager of Bay City is announcing her retirement. Dana Muscat notified the city commissioners of her decision, which takes effect March 12th. Now, this was done in line with the 60-day requirement outlined in her contract, which ends on June 30th. She noted her 26 years as a city employee, the past 8 in her current role, calling it an honor and a privilege. Muscat says she's willing to help make sure there is a smooth and successful process in the hiring of whoever takes her place.
New this morning out of Isabella County, the Maury Events Center at Mid-Michigan College is receiving a big donation. The Charles J. Strosacker Foundation is investing $100,000 into the new events center. It'll house community events, campus gatherings, training offerings, and Laker athletics at the college's Mount Pleasant campus. The donation will also help construction move forward and adapt plans to fulfill both student and community needs. You are watching our live stream, TV5 Morning Extra. We're going to take a quick break coming up.
But when we come back, victims of a Mid-Michigan dam failure have their day in court. We're going to show you where a judge is hearing their case this morning.
And remember, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook right now or catching clips on Instagram, like, follow, and comment on the stories that are important to you. Matthew will have a look at your First Alert forecast coming up next in just a minute.
And for this Tuesday, tracking some damp weather for mid-Michigan with some rain and a few snow showers moving through our area. But after the damp weather today, we are going to be tracking a return of real winter to our area. So we do have some colder weather that arrives starting tomorrow. Temperatures fall throughout the daytime. From there, we stay cold, we stay below freezing, and we do have some more snow showers in the forecast, especially by the end of the week. But there's that first alert pinpoint Doppler this morning. These rain showers still have been struggling to reach the ground right now. They're running into some dry air, but we should finally start to see the rain picking up closer to about 8 o'clock this morning. So about another hour or so from now. Well, once these rain showers move through, notice that it's really just a period of a couple of hours for any given location. So this rain won't be here for the entire day. I know there is some blue showing up here on the map as well. I do think a lot of that will be rainfall as well, but could be sort of that wintry mix of rain and snow showers. By the afternoon, most of that is going to be out of here, but then lake effect, that'll take over as we go into tonight and tomorrow. So by tomorrow, it's just purely snow showers at that point, and the lake effect manner of all of this is going to mean it's on and off for our area. And with the breeze, we could have at least a few squall-like snow showers tomorrow too. So just want to first alert you to that. Some of those snow showers could be a little bit heavier for a time, just with that wind feeding into it too. But snow totals by the end of the day tomorrow, we're tracking only up to about an inch here for most of mid-Michigan. But I do want to point out specifically Huron County around Bad Axe or Ubly or even towards Port Hope, just because of some of the lake enhancement as the wind comes right across the outer Saginaw Bay. That could lead to some very localized totals that are up towards 2 or 3 inches. But again, just for those northern and central sections of Huron County. Temperatures for the entire day tomorrow will be falling, though, about a degree per hour. We'll be down into the low 20s by the beginning of the afternoon tomorrow, and then teens by dinner time. So again, only just getting colder from here, especially for Wednesday. Friday through Monday, we have several clippers in the forecast. So that does mean more snow chances. I don't want to lock in any numbers just yet for the weekend, but certainly given the cold weather and the fact that we have several of these systems passing through, by the end of the weekend, we should have several fresh inches of snowfall here across our area. So again, looking much more wintry in the forecast, especially after today. Lauren, Christine, today should actually be the last day above freezing for the foreseeable future.
All right, Matthew, thank you. And continuing coverage now, after more than 5 years, victims of the Edenville dam failure are finally getting their day in court. A civil trial is underway in Grand Rapids in the 2020 dam collapse that flooded several downstream communities. A lawsuit accuses the state of inverse condemnation, saying its actions led to the impairment of private property without just cause or compensation. In this instance, it was the state allowing the dam's owner at the time, Boyce Hydro, to raise the water level. An attorney for the state, though, disagrees.
The independent forensic team did an analysis, and they actually concluded that pre-lowering Wixom Lake, quote, would very likely have been too small to prevent the dam failure.
Now, this is a bench trial, meaning it will be decided by a judge, not a jury.
Still unfolding in Genesee County, an historic Grand Blanc Township estate is getting a major makeover. Built in 1971, the former Auker Mansion on Belsey Road is starting a new chapter as a wedding venue. Now called Crewwood, the owners are remodeling the 50-acre, 20,000 square foot space. And the co-owners, Chelsea Welch and Corey Cunningham, bought that property in September of 2023.
It's like a childhood dream. That's the coolest part. My parents still live right down the street, and we drove by every day. He rode the bus by every day, and it's kind of been something that the community has talked about and loved for so many years.
Weddings at the venue are starting to be booked for as early as this August.
Across Michigan, General Motors employees are moving into the automaker's new headquarters in Detroit. GM is back on Woodward Avenue at the historic site of the city's former Hudson department store. Its first headquarters in 1911 was located off Woodward Avenue, moved 12 years later to Midtown, then in 1996 to the Renaissance Center. The entrance features an open space, and the building comes with an atrium and what it calls Easter eggs that include hidden gems of GM history.
Mid-Michigan communities can now apply for money for their county fair. It's a program from the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, and it offers grants of up to $100,000 for upgrades that improve the productivity and longevity of fairgrounds. The department's also offering livestock and commodity exposition competitive grants. The program offers up to $25,000 to fairs and festivals. This could include to cover things like promotions, awards, and premiums. For more information, go to hotlinks at WNEM.com.
In more local news now, the Midland Area Community Foundation is accepting scholarship applications online through January 31st. They're open to high school seniors, current college students, and even adults returning to school. Most are available to Midland County residents, but there is a limited number available to Gladwin County residents as well. More than $900,000 is available in scholarship money this year. To apply, go to the Hot Links section on our website at WNEM.com.
Crews in Flint are working on a project that will help keep the city safe and save lives. They're clearing away brush and debris for the future home of the police and fire training facility. Their work this week is the first step in transforming that site. It's the former fire station at Stewart and Industrial Avenues. The station closed back in 2009 due to budget cuts. The city promises to provide more details in the future.
In Bay City, you can sit down with your local police officers and firefighters this morning at Cops and Donuts on East Midland Street in Bay City from 8 to 10 a.m. Members of the Bay City Department of Public Safety set this event up so you can share any concerns you might have, ask questions, and get to know your law enforcement. Of course, there will also be coffee and donuts.
All right, anyone who is struggling and in need of food, there is a distribution event today in Saginaw. It's happening at the East Side Soup Kitchen on East Genesee Avenue from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It will be a drive-through, so you can just pull up. No need to even get out of your car. Let's check back in with Matthew for another look at your First Alert forecast.
Yeah, let's take a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast here. We do have a milder day today, highs up to about 42, but tomorrow we are going to see those temperatures falling throughout the daytime. So 30 pretty much right at sunrise. By Thursday, coldest day of the week by contrast there, so 18 degrees, and then we'll stay below freezing from there. We have more snow showers in the forecast pretty much from here on out. So overall, just a return to typical winter from here.
All right, Matthew, thank you for those updates, and thanks for joining us for TV5 Morning Extra.
Yes, we will see you on TV5 News at 9. More online at WNEM.com.